Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Vale isn't here, but I have lovely father with me, which is obviously good. It's very funny because a lot of you guys are saying like this is like looking at my future self.
Yes.
Which yeah, I think that's true. That's true, son. That is true.
You're gonna look very handsome.
Yeah, that's good. Good. But anyways, something that we mentioned before is that father's a big fan of Arnel Pineda, and we've actually never watched him on the channel. Mm-hmm. And this is a performance of him with Journey, live in Manila, and of Faithfully.
Wow.
So it's a big deal.
Let me explain you something before.
Go on.
I've been a very, very intense fan of Journey.
Yes.
Maybe in the early 80s, because the band was founded in the late 70s.
Okay.
Right, 77 or 78. And yes, this guy, Steve Perry, came to the band, and that's when I met the band first time. Yes, I followed them, year after year, and suddenly this happened between them. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
No idea. And then Steve Perry have to go. And this guy, Arnel Pineda, wow, was an amazing appearance, singing exactly the same range. And I have been listening him singing easily from an E3 to an E5, and so very comfortable,
Yeah.
very confident, and he can go to a B flat in the third or fourth, and easy, like if nothing is happening.
Right. So this performance, I feel like a lot of vocal coaches have kind of gone bizarre with. So I would imagine he does do some impressive stuff here. So let's give it a little watch. It's a performance of Faithfully. I hope everything takes.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice setup on the kit. Wonder what year this was. Apparently 2016.
He's with the band since 2007.
Okay. Who, Arnel? Or the pianist?
No, Arnel.
It's crazy how popular they are worldwide, Journey, like.
I will run until the midnight sun.
Good example of like how much you can do with just a piano, a catchy electric guitar, and an absolutely mental vocalist. You can do so much. I mean, I don't know how many people there are in there, but it looks like thousands upon thousands. I would imagine, I don't know, 20 plus thousand. But it's just crazy how you can reduce everything. You can take away the drum kit, you can take away heavy bass lines, you can take away huge backing vocalists, and you just strip it to the beginning.
It's true.
It's mental how much you can do like that.
Yeah, but basically, two very important things need to happen to see it that way.
Right.
The first one is the good ensembling, how good they are working
Together.
on rehearsals.
Yeah.
Okay? And once that happens, the second part is the magic part, is the talent of every one of them.
Yeah. I mean, there's certainly some
because
lots of flair.
You could be very talented and any other, but when you put them together is when you're gonna realize that they are talented together.
Yes.
And it will magnify whatever they do.
Right.
And it's happening there in this moment. We're watching it clearly.
Yeah, prime examples of a good band.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little Filipino flag on the side.
I'm forever
Yeah,
yours.
with a blasting guitarist. I don't know how people can play with gloves, dude. I gotta feel that, you know? What the hell is he hitting?
A jam block. A jam block.
Oh, right.
It's a jam block.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's a jam block.
Oh. Not jam block.
Yeah, it's a jam block.
It's got an electronic pad here. Where's the... Wasn't it hitting the pad?
No. I think it was more in between the
Right in between
tone,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you're sure. You might be right. World class. Completely submerged.
Together. Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's so funny when drummers decide to put like this all around. It looks so
Yes.
cinematic. But fucking hitting them is a joke. You go crazy. But I must say, like, it is one of those performances that completely submerges you into, you know, I guess into the world that they created, and that's one of those things that
It's a very special atmosphere.
yeah, that's one of the things that to me it always kind of astonishes me that in that moment for that audience, and I guess for us even here reviewing this, nothing
Yeah,
else
for me.
nothing else outside of this exists.
It's true.
You know, for this momentary experience, it that's a really hard concept for me to understand. That it's sort of a in this present moment.
Yeah, so as I said before, it's where the magic happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go on. Love doing a bit of singing as well. Yeah, dude, that's pretty packed. Only in the Philippines. Only in the Philippines, the crowd does harmonies.
Exactly. Everybody on tune.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. You tell me the price of the ticket. I'll pay it.
Yeah.
Take my money.
Vale would probably mention the back anchor in there.
Yes.
Hey, see, sometimes I learn.
Of course, yes.
Look at that, that's brilliant.
Yeah, that's a very specific position to reach the
high
note.
note, yeah. That's so fun.
Yeah, as I said before, Efra, when you're engaged with the band, you can do whatever you want, and everything will be perfect.
Melodic.
Yeah, melodic.
And will function, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting that we were just discussing that. I'm obviously just returning to the live gigging scene now after years, and we were just discussing that it's so funny when you've been away from the scene from so long,
Yes.
and then you return. You kind of forget about those moments that things just kind of they come together in the gig. they come together in the show. That's kind of when you have liberty and creative freedom.
That's not 100% true, because I can't forget what it means, what you feel when you are there.
Right.
So performing as a performer,
Yeah,
I can't forget it. So it's an unforgettable
you still feel
emotion, feeling.
Yeah.
So it's still in your flesh forever. It will be in your flesh forever, and I think you have felt it before.
Yeah.
Yourself, because he was a child. I mean, 7, 8 years old, performing for 10,000 people on stage.
Yeah.
And Wlsk as well, the same time in the same band.
I think 20 at one point, which was fucking mental.
Yeah. You know, and it was the same for me when I first time performed for more than 10,000 people in a festival. Yeah. And I was the opener. And
some of the largest crowds I've ever seen you perform in.
It's an amazing, overwhelming feeling.
Yeah.
And you will never forget it.
Especially when you're in the back. That's a completely different experience. I think that the best examples of that, it's I think you've seen those videos from Can, you know, the drummer from BTS.
Can.
You know that angle where he sees everything. Obviously, I think at that point it was like 65,000 people he was playing in front of.
Yeah.
But
I remember in the podcast when we were talking about that.
Yeah, but it's a different when you're the drummer or you're a percussionist. You get the chance to let it sink in.
Yes.
When you're the singer in the front, I think the experience is so different. And I've had the chance to rap in front of them when I was a child, so I guess I kind of understood both. But it was only when you're in the back and you see everything else unfold. That's when that shit hits you. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah. It's true. It hit me very strong. So I remember in the crowd throwing people up.
Oh Jesus.
Yes, rocketing people up, then landing down again.
Yeah.
I was playing
like acrobatics.
Yes, but it was all natural happening there.
Jesus.
It means that your band, you performing, you created that atmosphere.
Yeah.
And that's when the people turn
crazy.
Crazy, but in a good way. Nothing wrong happened.
Yeah.
And
good spirits.
Yeah, but it was a beautiful, more than beautiful experience for me, and I will never forget it. That tickles in your stomach.
Yeah, it's kind of butterflies.
Before going up to stage.
Yeah.
But once you have to get off the stage, so
you don't want to.
You are so fulfilled.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how many hours, how many songs you perform, you will be so fulfilled. So what you did made that people unforgettable moments for them, for many of them.
Yeah.
And the same for me.
Yeah.
And I guess you have the same experience in you.
Hopefully, I mean, the dream is always to achieve what someone like Arnel has and Journey have, be able to do that consistently and really touch people's lives with music in a manner that's truly difficult to comprehend through words. But I do, at least we can bring some sort of light. I think it's pretty obvious why I have such admiration for Father, given the music scene and the experience he's got.
And honestly, Efra, he's one a person that it could be very, very interesting to have an interview with him. A podcast with him. Make your best effort to try to contact him, because he has a lot to say.
Yeah, we'll try that.
He has a story to tell.
Yeah.
And he is part of the modern history of music.
Certainly.
He's writing it down.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll attempt. I mean, if anyone of you guys, I know sometimes it's wild, like a lot of these guys watch, and so it's very bizarre. But yeah, the door is absolutely open, and it would be lovely if you'd be present in that podcast for that time as well.
Fingers crossed. Yes, I will do my best.
It was certainly very crazy when we got the chance to speak to Apple from Black Eyed Peas. That's great. I can't spoil what's coming in the next few weeks. I can spoil though that this week we are going to be joined by a top musicians, may I say. They're a K-pop group, AB6, and so do tune in on Future Friday Plus 12 p.m. time. Father wasn't present for that one. Because it happened kind of early in the morning. It was like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
But they're really top musicians, top creators, and I think they're an anomaly right now in the way that kind of the Korean pop industry ceased to create. They create everything themselves, so it's brilliant. But yeah, lots of cool podcasts, and hopefully Dream Podcast would be one with someone like Arnel. But anyway, so that's all your thoughts about it, guys, and goodbye.